what are the four most important aspects of the AFL Strength and Conditioning Coach? And to start with, number one, it's the squad physical preparation, their strength and conditioning. So have they got enough body armor to handle the contact aspect of the game? It's highly reactive and reflexive. So we need to make sure there's enough body armor, typically around the trunk and the neck, to be able to not only mitigate against contact related injuries. So speed and power, as well as our lateral work, our agility is becoming more and more important. And there's a big emphasis on that in AFL these days. So we're getting that work in ideally during the warm up when the athletes are neurally fresh and they can attack it with good intensity. When it comes to their strength training, we want to make sure that we're getting that strength training in done at high intensity. That's earlier in the session of the gym program, which is typically after their running session. So obviously the AFL Strength and Conditioning Coach, it's our role to make sure that we're getting in the adequate work at the right time throughout the week on the right days. It aligns well with what the loads and the stress are from a physical point of view. It aligns well with where we're going in our preseason, where we're going with our in-season, taking into account in season, of course, day turnarounds and travel. Number two, sports science. So sports science has been at the forefront of how we do things as strength and conditioning coaches. We aren't necessarily in the role of a full-time sports scientist analyzing the data all throughout the day. There's typically at a club, an AFL, or known as a performance scientist at the club that will be analyzing the data. But as strength and conditioning coaches, we're keen on the load monitoring. So using GPS to be able to track how far players are running, how fast they're running, and making sure that particularly our faster players, they're hitting above 90% of max velocity once or twice a week. They're getting above 95% velocity on a fortnightly basis, whether it be in the game or in training. For number three, this is definitely a big area that we can work on. And I believe the best strength and conditioning coaches are elite at influencing and educating their athletes to live a elite lifestyle. Ultimately, we only see the athletes for a small percentage of their total week. So if we can influence their ability to sleep better and get to sleep earlier, have a sleep routine, work on their sleep hygiene, set up their environment that is conducive to quality deep sleep, quality REM sleep, reducing things like alcohol consumption, reducing things like blue light before they're going to sleep, and ensuring that they're getting adequate nutrition to fuel their training. And they're periodizing their nutrition just like we're periodizing our program. So educating the athletes, make sure they're engaged with the AFL performance dietitian at the club, and really valuing the importance of fuel and being in good shape. Number four, individualize and collaborate. I've probably already touched on these two, but we want to make sure, are the athletes developing? So it's a long-term preparation. We're preparing their body for the long term. Perhaps they're not going to play many games or no games at all this year, and that's pretty clear. So we can put more physical stress into that athlete because it's not about performing today. It's about them being able to be ready to perform in the future and putting in extra work into their speed and their strength program to allow for that. So when they are cracking into the team, you've maximized those times where they were able to really enhance their physical capacity. Availability, making sure they're working closely with the medical team, putting in good strategies in place to ensure that the athlete's available and reducing the risk of injuries, mitigating our risk of injuries for things like calves, hamstrings, and groins. Obviously, with the reconditioning program, as AFL Strength and Conditioning coaches, we're working closely with the medical team, and the best reconditioning programs are collaborative between the medical coaches, tactical, technical, and the high performance coaches, strength and conditioning coaches. So we have a part to play with that, understanding the physical demands and the game that player needs to be able to play. It's obviously more than just simply creating a workout like a personal trainer would do. And I've done that for 8 years. This is very different. We're thinking about the future. We're thinking about where we are currently now. We're thinking about what we've done previously. So we're data informed. There's lots of science that goes into it. There's also lots of art, and making sure we've got really strong relationships with the athletes. So there's high care involved, and then we're making sure that they know no matter what, this is the best program for them and for the team. We're collaborating and we're integrating with everyone that's involved. And ultimately, we're performance driven and we're data informed. We don't want to be the other way around. Okay, so it is number one, it's all about game day and team performance and allowing the athletes to be the best that they can be. And we have a part to play to help with that puzzle of the challenge of high performance sport where everyone's trying to achieve the same thing. hopefully this helped. If you have anyone that's interested in being an AFL strength coach, please share this episode with them.